Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've said that. I still have doctor's appointments coming up and stuff like that, but it's the playoffs. I think we'll probably be able to get videos out and stuff like that. But definitely have a video out for the first slate. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make NBA DFS content, sports books, all that stuff. All these videos they get posted onto a subreddit. I'll have a link to that down below where you can ask me questions leading up to lock about the slate, all that good stuff. So I will have that down below as well. And then if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can get a hold of me on Twitter right here. I'll have that linked down below. And then if you're looking for more in-depth content where I'll have sportsbook plays, whole bunch of stuff, I'll link that down below as well. So all my links will be in the description. So alrighty, yeah, let's recap the regular season. As always, I show you guys my results, and this was my regular season. As a single entry player, 20% ROI on the NBA DFS season, which is probably in the top 0.05% of NBA DFS players. So I feel really good about that. And then sportsbooks for the regular season was plus 160 units. So I feel pretty good about that. All right. Yeah, let's just dive in, I suppose. We can go over rotations and stuff like that, who should be in the rotation, who not to target, what to target. Maybe we'll dive into a little bit more matchups and stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe we can look at my lineups from the past couple days. Um, it's been really good. Um, but yeah, let's just get into it. Hopefully, you guys had a good regular season as I did, and yeah, let's just get into it. Atlanta at Orlando. So they had kind of a playoff type environment. I believe it was this game, Atlanta at Orlando. So we're going over Atlanta first, right? Yeah, we are. So the main rotational pieces for Atlanta should be Onyeka Okongwu, the starters, of course, Rishisher, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Guy, Vic Krejci. You'll see some run off the bench, but the main contributors should be Terrence Mann and Karis LeVert off of the bench. Niang will get in there a little bit as well. So they'll run 9-man rotation. They could cut it down to 8. Maybe they remove like Vit entirely. It's possible. And just run the starters more. I think that's definitely in the range of outcomes. I don't think Vic Krejci is like really an option for me in DFS, so it doesn't really matter too much. But that would help Karis LeVert and Terrence Mann a decent amount. All right, let's go over it. So I really, really like Trae Young at this price point. Good matchup for him scoring wise. Orlando, they're really tough against like 3-point shooting in the paint stuff. They'll really kind of take that stuff away. So like you saw in this game, Trae Young was really looking for a shot, 20 plus shot attempts. He had, I want to say, the bulk of that in the first half, and then the second half he was kind of facilitating a bit more. So you can see just like a monster double double from Trae Young tomorrow. So like Orlando, they're good against their weakness up against guys that can kind of create their own shot. Trae Young, Karis LeVert would kind of be in that scenario as well. So Trae's in a really good spot here. Um, his ceiling is kind of when he hits that, like, I don't know, I want to say like 30 points, like 15 plus assists, double double, which I don't think is going to happen tomorrow up against Orlando, but still think it's a really good play. He could put up 30 points tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Just the facilitating might be a little bit rough going up against Orlando, but the price point's just down, man. At 9.1K. I want to see what ownership's going to come in, but you're getting him a strict discount. Yeah, I think he's a really strong play. You have decent amount of good spend ups. We'll talk about Steph in a little bit. But yeah, I really like Trae Young tomorrow. A Okongwu at 7.5K. I think it's decent. 5 point per dollar play, just really bad spot here. Should play mid 30s minutes, which makes him a decent floor play. Sure, has a ceiling in this spot. I'm not all particularly like going out of my way to play him, but I think he's perfectly okay. The price points have dropped as well. So like no strong takes there. Dyson Daniels, he scores most of his points in like the restricted area, shoots some threes, pretty bad spot for him. I think he's also another okay to save play. Like he'll get stats, good rebounding guard. He'll facilitate as well, but like I said, tougher facilitating matchup here. I think if he's like Giga Chalk tomorrow in this matchup, I think you can make the argument to like easily fade him. But no issues there. The guy I really like for value here is Karis LeVert. Like I said about Trae, like guys that can create their own shot is what I want to target up against Orlando. So Should be a big part of this rotation off of the bench. I think, should play mid 20s minutes at the very least, especially if they make Vic Krejci go away. So I actually think Karis LeVert's probably one of my more favorite value plays on the slate at 4.8K. Good point per minute guy. He can score, he can grab some rebounds, he can get you some assists. Should play decent minutes for a bench guy. He's 4.8K, so I'm kind of into Karis LeVert quite a bit tomorrow. Rest assured, the range of outcomes are going to be so up and down with him. He could play 15 minutes tomorrow. He could play 30 minutes tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked at either outcome. I think if he's chalky in this spot, another guy that scores most of his points like in the restricted area and three-point shooting, really bad spot for him. I think you can make the argument to fade if he's really popular tomorrow, but fine with him just due to the price point. Vit unplayable to me, and then we have Mam at 3.5K who should see decent run. I think good point per dollar value just due to the price point. You never really have guys that are this cheap in the playoffs that are going to get the minutes, so I think he is a solid value. I think that's it. Guys playable, should see teens minutes. Guy's gonna like he'll chuck when he's out there. Just, I don't know. Never been like an amazing point per minute player, and the range of outcomes with his, he's not going to play over 20 minutes, and there's also scenarios where he could play 10 minutes, and I wouldn't be shocked. If he garners a ton of ownership tomorrow, just due to the price point, I would just fade easily. So yeah, I don't love that. I think he'll probably get some ownership as well. Don't love it. But due to the price points he's in play, I'd rather just play man. I'd rather just spend up for I don't know, Karis LeVert, even Richester for $1,000 more is probably better. I don't know. Depending on ownership, it's really going to tell for me. And then we get to Orlando. Everyone healthy for Orlando, so the rotation here should be Paulo Franz. They're going to play a ton. They're going to play 40-plus minutes tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked. KCP is going to get his normal 30-ish. Wendell Jr. should play big minutes here. Corey Joseph should play. His range of outcomes with Cole Anthony back are a little bit more up in the air. He could play 10 minutes tomorrow. He could play 20 minutes tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked at either. And then Anthony Black will be the main contributor off of the bench. Cole Anthony will get a little bit of run. And then Jonathan Isaac will get a little bit of run as well. I don't know how you don't just absolutely love both Paolo and Franz tomorrow. I think they're two of the better point per dollar spend ups on the board. First off, matchup is great. It's a pace up spot. Atlanta play fast. They both should play 40 minutes. They're both stat sheet stuffers. They both handle the ball a ton. They're both good rebounders. The minutes floor is going to be there. The ceiling is going to be there. Their price points came down. Great spot. I mean, it kind of just checks all the boxes for me. I think they're both two amazing spend ups. I do prefer Paulo to Franz, straight up and point per dollar, but I think both are fantastic plays. Wendell Jr., I think, is one of the better value plays on the board as well. Solid spot for him. Should play anywhere from 30 to low 30s minutes. Previously, a guy's range of outcomes could be up and down, but I think you kind of want to play him here. So I like Wendell Jr. a ton at 5.4K. With the guards all healthy in Kojo, Cole Anthony, and Anthony Black, Anthony Black probably plays low 20s minutes. I would say around 20 to 24-ish minutes. I think is fair for him. Not the best point per minute guy in a playoff environment. All the production's going to be going through Paulo and Franz. So I'm not in love with him, especially if he gets ownership, especially at that price point. I'd rather just play Karis LeVert. I'd rather just play, there's someone else, Scottie Pippen Jr. I think I'd rather play. Jonathan Isaac will see teens minutes. Fine option. Good point per minute guy. Don't mind that. KCP, I think, is going to be somewhat popular tomorrow. Good matchup for him. 3-and-D guy that should get minutes. They need him out there for defense. So I think he is a pretty good value on this slate. Just know the floor is really low with him. So another guy that, if he's really popular tomorrow, I think, being underweight to him could be kind of smart just because the floor is so low with him, right? But another cheap starter, sub 4K starter that's going to play 30-ish minutes, I think is really solid. So, KCP, decent amount. Kojo, really bad producer, but he'll be on the court 20-ish minutes, maybe less, could be more. Don't love it. I think it's fine. He's min-price. I don't think I'm going to get to anyone else. So that should be it. Mainly an 8-man rotation here. All right, moving on to Memphis. So this was their last game with everyone healthy. They're going to run kind of a deeper rotation, 9 guys. No. They'll run 8. They'll mainly run. Contra will probably go completely away, and then Scottie Pippen, Aldama, Luke Kennard mainly off of the bench. Where is? Okay, there he is. Wells is out. Sorry about that. So yeah, don't run 8 here. Control will probably go away. And then, yeah, you'll see Scottie Pippen Jr. play a decent amount. Santi Aldama's going to get his normal mid-20s, and then Luke Kennard will see a decent amount of minutes off at the bench. Vince Williams, high teens would be my guess. And then Zach Edey around 30. New coach loves him. I don't suspect they'll go small in this spot. I think Edey, I believe in their last matchup, was really, really solid. He was like plus 13, I want to say, in their last matchup. Played 30. Yeah, he was really good. So I think with the new coach loving Edey, I think he's probably safe for his normal 30 minutes, and then the main guys will play a ton, and that's mainly it. So let's hop right in. So yeah, I think Edey, similar to like a Winokur Jr., is really solid. Point per dollar. I think raw, I slightly prefer Edey, but I think it's close. I think both are really solid center options. Like I said, I don't think they're gonna go small here. I think with Edey, how he's been playing, the coach loving him, I think he's kind of normal for his normalish run. And then, yeah, price points here. Ja's going to be your best option, straight up. I think I prefer Paulo. I think I prefer Trae Young at a similar price point, but it doesn't mean he's out of play, especially if he's a lot lower owned than those two are, which I think might be the case tomorrow, which makes him solid. Warriors are solid defensively as well. So I do like Ja Morant. What else do we have here? Edey, probably my favorite play here, point per dollar. Like I said, I think Jaren and Bane are both decent. And then the bench, yeah, I think Scottie Pippen Jr. kind of similar to like Karis LeVert is pretty good. Like him quite a bit for value. Vince Williams, probably going to be somewhat popular tomorrow. An okay point per minute guy that should see teens minutes at 3.5K. So Vince Williams definitely a solid value. And I think that's mainly it. Like Luke Kennard has a ceiling. I prefer Pippen. I prefer Vince Williams most likely. Yeah, Luke Kennard might be a little bit better raw than Vince Williams, but more good values. I think by far and away, Scottie Pippen my favorite. Edey my favorite of the main guys. I think Aldama's just there at 5.5K, like kind of indifferent there. Good point per minute guy off the bench that should see mid-20s minutes. Has a ceiling. No issue with that at all. And yeah, like Ja Morant, I think I prefer spend ups in the Orlando-Atlanta game, but completely good. Minutes have been great. I would suspect close to 40 tomorrow as well. And yeah, just indifferent on like Bane, Jaren. I think they're solid. I think I prefer Jaren to Bane at 7.3K. Minutes been way up of late. Production been way down though, but like those guys. All right, moving on to the Warriors. And Steph Curry is going to be the big deciding point, I think, for a lot of people tomorrow. And what the Memphis Grizzlies do is they're going to most likely trap the hell out of Steph Curry, and they're probably going to double him into oblivion. So I think Steph, you can make the argument to fade tomorrow, especially I'm suspecting he'll probably be chalky. It's a 2-game slate. And with how I think Memphis is going to attack the Warriors, I think they are probably going to be doubling Steph a ton or trapping him a ton. So, yeah, depending on ownership, I think Steph you can get away from. We'll see, though. All ownership decides on whether a play is going to be good or not. You have to remember that. But I think that's how Memphis is probably going to attack the Warriors tomorrow. And with that being said, I think Draymond's one of the best plays on the board at 6.3K. I would expect close to mid-30s minutes here. Memphis with them doubling or trapping Steph Curry. Going to leave Draymond Green wide open. Like, he is going to be wide open tomorrow. Where is it? Memphis. 4-12 from the field. 1-7 from 3. He is going to be legit wide open. And it actually allows for more potential assists as well with how they're going to defend Steph Curry. So I think Draymond's just absolutely elite tomorrow. I think he's one of my favorite plays on the board. I will be playing him tomorrow 100% in my lineups. I absolutely love him. I think Jimmy Butler's really strong, although I prefer Franz at a similar price point, but Jimmy Butler is really strong. Pods, no issue there. Solid spot. I mean, any three-point shooting, if they're going to be trapping Steph, is going to be good. Memphis, their leak is three-point shooting, so like the mid-range options here quite a bit. And Butler, Draymond, Podziemski. Kuminga was a DMP last game. I don't know what that was about. And the more good value here, like Moses Moody should start. I would say range of outcomes for minutes, like 20 to 30-ish, depending on how he's playing. Steve Kerr, we know, is always going to go with the hot hand. Buddy Hield's playable. Kevon Looney at 3.2K should see some run. He's playable. Quentin Post I don't love. I think that's mainly it for me. I think the best play here by far and away is Draymond Green, in my opinion. Point per dollar at 6.3K. Then Jimmy Butler, then Pods, then Curry. If I think how Memphis is going to attack the Warriors, what they're going to be doing tomorrow is how they're going to attack them. So mainly playing into like Steph having a floor game, Draymond Green getting all the wide open looks he wants, Memphis being weak against 3-point shootings, like that's Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and Jimmy Butler getting open look. I don't think he's going to be open, but like should help if they're going to treat Steph Curry that way, right? So good amount to like here on these Warriors. The mid-range options I like quite a bit tomorrow. So I think that's going to do it, guys. I hope you guys had a great night. First video back. I still do have doctor's appointments and stuff, so I don't know if I'll have them every night. I will try to. Hopefully this was enough. I hope you guys had a great regular season, and I think that's going to be it for the video, and I will talk to y'all in the next one.